Hello, my name is John Morton and I'm Chief Executive of Broad Street Asset Management. I'd like to take this opportunity just to explain a little bit about the company, our ethos and our plans for the future. Broad Street was set up in March last year with the idea of setting up a broadly based wealth management business. Now that, to some people, is an unknown phrase. Wealth management, in my mind, splits into two parts. Firstly, the financial planning section, which as people get older and pensions become more of an issue, is an increasingly important part of what we do and very much a lead into the investment management side, which is where hopefully we manage clients' assets to meet their returns in the future. Wealth management is, at its heart, looking after people's money and making sure they achieve what they want to achieve over time. Let me give you a working example. An individual who maybe is in their late 20s, early 30s, just started working, is going to be thinking about subjects like pensions, how they are going to afford to live in old age ultimately. And as we all know, old age is getting further and further away and people are living much longer, but their capital isn't necessarily making the money it needs to make in a period of low inflation and low financial returns, and to meet the financial draw that's going to have to be done in later life. So to me, that's a very important place to start, and to explain this to individuals and to be able to plan what they need to save to achieve their objectives is an important skill. And like many things in life, the sooner people start, the better the results. The money's saved, it then goes into investment portfolios, and Broad Street Investment Management, our investment management subsidiary, can manage that money to meet the risk criteria of the client. And every client has a different risk appetite. Some people will like racy stuff. The younger people are, the more risk they're generally prepared to take. But as time goes by, that risk has to reduce to an acceptable level for the client. The answer is purely by the staff we've brought into the business. Whilst Broad Street is a very young company, the intention had always been to bring in experienced individuals who had expertise. To my mind, some of the people that are dealing with clients are effectively, to use medical analogy, a GP, and behind them sit the experts, be it in investment management, be it in pensions transfer advice, which at the moment we will get from outsourced suppliers, but hopefully we'll be doing it ourselves in the very near future. What differentiates the people, I think, is, as I've just mentioned, it's their experience. And I would hate to add up amongst the six of us how many years experience we have in the industry. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was comfortably 30 years each person. And in this industry, experience, in my mind, is incredibly valuable. There are obviously exams that have to be taken to be able to give advice, but the important part is the experience of knowing how to deal with people. And talking about money is an incredibly personal thing, and therefore, in my mind, it's critical that clients feel that they trust the individuals they work with at Broad Street. The skills that are important are actually to be able to do their job within the process of looking after the clients incredibly well. And I would say that would start from the people that are responsible for doing the administration through to the individuals that are actually dealing with the clients. Clients expect a high level of service, and we need to make sure every link in the chain achieves that outcome. Personal service is a very overused word in our industry, but my definition of it is that personal service almost sits alongside this other overused word, trust. Trust is earned, it's not given, and it's lost very quickly. To me, the personal service is for a client to feel they can actually pick the phone up, speak to their investment manager virtually any time they want to. They all have the investment manager's mobile phone numbers, and all investment managers have the phones on, not quite 24/7 because we've all got to sleep at some point, but certainly through normal working hours and over weekends. Sometimes with money there are emergencies and we need to be on hand to help. The biggest priorities for Broad Street are to continue to grow the business, but grow it at a manageable pace where we can build the infrastructure to continue to deliver clients with a high level of service. Broad Street has really set its stall out to be a quality provider of independent investment management services, and it's important that we don't lose sight of that key objective. The industry, for as long as I've known it, and I think I've worked in it for 30-something years, is forever changing for one reason or another. We've been through a great period of change caused by regulation. I think we now have change coming with a massive consolidation in the industry. And we also have the horrendous question of Brexit hanging over us. For the financial services industry and the city, the outcome of Brexit is very important. And to individuals who start to get frightened when they feel there's a lot of change coming. And for this reason, Broad Street's got an association with an investment management firm based in Zurich and Liechtenstein called Valeria, where clients can have their money managed offshore if that's what they would like to do as part of their financial planning objectives.